In the late 18th century, Cincinnati was the western frontier of a young nation. Courageous citizens, such as Reverend James Kemper, accepted the challenge of settling unknown land. This is the story of the home he built. Reverend James Kemper arrived in Cincinnati during October of 1791. Despite constant threats from Native American tribes, Reverend Kemper decided to move his growing family to a farm outside of town.
Cincinnati at the time of Kemper's arrival was a small burg. It was actually just a simple port town. The main fort, as the frontier moved west, Cincinnati played a very important role in the early settling of the Northwest Territory. Kemper's home, Walnut Hills, when he first moved out there and bought the land, General Wilkinson, commander of Fort Washington, said, "I cannot guarantee your safety." Issued him some muskets and said, "Good luck."
The Kemper Log House was completed in 1804 and greatly differs from a log cabin.
It's what is known as a double pin log home. Basically, that is two log cabins put together. And then they took the time to do the little touches and make it a home. They whitewashed the inside of the home with plaster, horsehair plaster, to give an awful lot better light. They provided themselves with a porch to sit on to enjoy their evenings, or also to do additional work outside when it became too hot. There is very much a difference between a log cabin and a log home. A log cabin is kind of a transitional home for most people. It was done to build to stay simply out of the weather, to move if they were moving from one place to another. It was a temporary shelter. Kemper's log home had all of what I've mentioned. It had a very nice large front porch, a second story, glass windows, a nice floor. It was built to last.
A safety feature of the Kemper Log Home was having a separate building for the kitchen.
Cooking during the 19th century, especially the early 19th century and late 18th century, proved a very dangerous thing. And fires within a kitchen were very common. In fact, the Kemper family kitchen burned down twice while in existence. And you can imagine, had that building been attached to the home, chances are they would have lost that home simply because it's a log home.
The Kemper family lived in the log home until 1912, when it was moved to the Cincinnati Zoo. In 1983, the home was moved to Heritage Village Museum in Sharonville, Ohio, where it is used for guided tours and education programs.
The significance of having a Kemper Log Home here at Heritage Village Museum is, one, it's a boon for the museum simply because it's one of two buildings in existence in Cincinnati proper that date back as far as 1804. This building gives you a great look at what it was like to be a pioneer or an early settler, because it is a log structure. And when many people think of the settling of the frontier, that is what they think of, pioneers living in log homes. And this is in fact what the Kempers did.
The Kemper Log Home brings joy to thousands of visitors and school children every year at Heritage Village Museum. The preservation of this home allows its legacy to live on for future generations to enjoy.
It's important to have houses like Kemper and education programs for children because it makes history more than just something that's written or names and dates that they have to memorize. They get to come and they get to see us dressed in the clothes, and they get to card wool or see where kids their age would have slept, the kind of chores that they would have done, and they really seem to understand it more, and it becomes more than just something that they read, but it's something that they've done and they can understand.
Historical preservation brings people together by enhancing our sense of community. Museums all over the country need your support in protecting the places that tell the stories of our past. Together, we can preserve America's heritage.